Hi everyone, and welcome to Thursday's General Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it. So at Carly's office, Nelle is talking to a picture of Carly and talking about how she's happy whether or not she deserves to be. And Michael comes in, turns out he wants to see her. He got her an ice skating keychain, kind of a thanks for the pep talk with Jocelyn, and he hopes that she can unburden herself too and kind of take the advice that she gave Jocelyn. And then Michael gets a text from Tracy. He made a bad business decision apparently, but he's okay with the decision. He didn't clear there's something the company they want to work with. The manufacturing has a huge carbon footprint, and he wasn't okay with that, so he didn't clear that decision, and he turned down the deal. And the board may try to oust him for it, but he doesn't know what's gonna go on. I can't think of words, whatever. At Sonny's, Carly comes over and she spots a letter from Morgan, and they can't open it, they can't bring themselves to, and Sonny shows her a whole stack of mail from Morgan that hasn't been opened, that he's been keeping together in a drawer. And by opening the mail, he'd be accepting that Morgan's gone, and he doesn't want to do that, but maybe they can do it together. So they're opening the mail. They find a pass to the music festival. Lots of letters from credit card companies too. Sonny says every time he tries to call anyone, Morgan's name still shows up in his phone, and should he delete it? And Carly's like, yeah, I couldn't, so they're not going to delete it, but it's a theme that keeps coming up throughout the episode. And Carly sees something in the credit card statements. There's charges for his books, but a charge for $1,500 for a guitar, $2,000 for sporting goods, $10,000 for Australia tickets, and then an itemized list of certain gambling charges. She knew he needed help, and she's just guilting herself. Why didn't she tell him? Why didn't they save him? And the whole thing's just a little much for her, and she has to go. At the Floating Rib, Liz suggests calling the police and telling them everything. Sam doesn't want to go to the police, and Kiki doesn't think so either. Sam begs Elizabeth not to throw Alexis under the bus, and she rushes after her. Dylan and Kiki are at the bar. The letter that Franco wrote is still in Kiki's bag, and Dylan offers for her to go to Crimson with him, and her bag falls, and the letter falls out. At the Metro Court, Laura and Kevin are having breakfast. Lulu comes over. I'm just assuming it's breakfast. Yeah, because it's morning. Maybe it's lunch. Who knows? Lulu comes over. She asks to join. She tells them what happened at the wedding. Kevin makes a suggestion. He thinks that they would benefit from family therapy with Valentine, because Charlotte loves and trusts him, and, they really should maybe try to work with him. But Lulu isn't going to co-parent. She wants full custody, and Kevin asks if that's what's best for Charlotte. And Lulu's like, fine, I'll listen, what do you have to say? But she's upset. But she says she's not upset, but she's totally upset, and leaves. Kevin apologizes for overstepping, and Laura's like, no, it's fine, But she's surprised how impartial he can be when it comes to Valentine, considering that Valentine, shot him. Also at the Metro Court, Kiki and Dylan are having a definite not first date. Weren't they just at a restaurant? They're just hitting all the restaurants. But they're really happy. And they're kissing, and Carly approaches and sees them kissing, and then she kind of reprimands them on PDA in the 4-star restaurant. And Dylan wants to say something, but Kiki's like, stop. Kiki says to Carly, look, Morgan was my first love, and she's sorry he got hurt. She's sorry things were so bad at the end, and she understands that Carly needs to hate her. And Carly's like, I don't hate you, and did you know Morgan was gambling again? No, she didn't know that. Nobody knew that. So it's difficult for Carly to see Kiki move on when she doesn't have that option, but says that Morgan would want her to be happy. Somebody should be happy. Kiki's kind of in low spirits now, but she wonders if Carly really meant it about Morgan wanting her to be happy, and she realizes that what's the most important is that she wants to be happy. She's ready to be happy, and Dylan makes her happy. Back at Carly's office, Carly comes in, and she needs Nelle to do something. And then her and Michael are left alone, and she tells him about the gambling, and Michael kind of talks her through it, and, that Morgan didn't tell any of them, so, how was she supposed to know? I don't know what's going on up here. And, Morgan had the best mom in the world, and, all that, and he offers to help go through the mail and all the things, and Carly says, no, she's having someone outside the family do it, and she also tells Michael about Kiki and Dylan, and she's really impressed by how wise Michael is, and she, doesn't have favorites, but he was her first. And Michael is genuinely happy for Kiki, and he mentions how close he and Nelle have gotten, and he feels that they're building up to something. And Carly's like, we'll see. Back at Sonny's, Nelle comes over. She says Carly asked her to go through Morgan's mail, but she can go if he doesn't want her there. These bangs are annoying me. But how is she going to explain to Carly that he's uncomfortable with her going through Morgan's mail? I don't know. To me, it's pretty just on its face, like, that he could be like, no, tell Carly that I'm fine having it. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of easy and simple, but, obviously I'm the only one who feels that way. No one in the show seems to feel that way. And he says he recognizes the rage behind the smile of hers, and, who is it aimed at? At the PCPD, Nathan asks Dante about the cake, because when they asked for a slice of their wedding cake, they got, like, a Ziploc bag of mush, and he tells them what happened. And Dante tells him to leave before something comes up, and Elizabeth comes in. So she tells them, the whole thing with Franco, his reasoning of thinking who's behind it, and who it is, Alexis Davis, the Tom Baker murder, obviously. But they're doubtful, but they're listening, and somebody in her life someone in Alexis' life would protect her at all costs, Julian. So Dante's going to go talk to Alexis, and Nathan's going to go take her statement, and Elizabeth is afraid that Julian had Franco killed. Now, in that respect, I think she's getting a little too ahead of herself. Like, there are plenty of people who didn't like Franco. Like, someone brought up that maybe, was it you that brought up maybe his brother? I don't know. That, Tom Baker's brother could be holding Franco because he thinks he did it. Like, there's a lot of possibilities here. So, as credible as Elizabeth is with everything else, I think she's jumping the gun when it comes to Julian. Anyway, at Alexis' place, Alexis is struggling with the wine. She poured it. She's staring at it. She almost drinks, but she sees a picture of her and her girls and decides not to. Sam comes over and says Elizabeth might be at the PCPD right now. Sam thinks there's a link between Franco's disappearance and Alexis. Alexis believes Julian about this Franco thing. She says she sees right through Julian. She knows him now. And Sam asks if she's falling in love with him again. She says absolutely not. He's only here because of what he knows and that he helped her get sober. And Sam pulls out the wine and is like, really? And she says she wants to drink, but she didn't drink it. She doesn't want to disappoint anyone anymore, and Sam believes her. And Sam also sorry, my 20% thing came up, and I don't know what's happening. And Sam also realizes that she left her phone at the floating rib. I don't get how people leave their phones anywhere. I can't go anywhere without it, but whatever. And Sam warns her that the police might come over, so don't open the door. And now, end scene. So Kiki and Dylan are going to head to Crimson. She's going to help with the wedding issue. Carly thinks Michael may be misreading the situation with Nelle because she has her own good authority that Nelle's unavailable. She's with someone else, and he's married. And Nelle's going to collect the mail and bring it back to Carly's office. Sonny sees right through her. He says he has the same look in his eyes when he looks in a mirror. And, he had the anger that nearly destroyed him. And she says she's not angry. And he says, yes, you are, but if you keep feeding it, it will consume everything else and everyone you care about and all that. Alexis is on the porch and is pouring out the wine, which, I guess she feels she has to, or else she might drink it. So, I see it from that perspective, but at the same time, I hope she pays Diane back for that wine. And Dante walks up. He has questions. Nathan asks Elizabeth why she's so sure that Franco's innocent. And she says that she has faith that he really has changed, and she knows the truth always comes out. And Sam goes back to the floating rib. Her phone is on the table, and she finds a note from Franco and reads it. Thank goodness someone sees that note. Otherwise, it would have been just such a waste of a note. Thank you so much for watching. I know these last two, I'm doing Fridays, right now. Thursday and Friday just got so crazy, hectic, everything that I don't know what happened, but I will be up with Fridays soon, and the December month in review is going to go up soon, and I am doing a January month in review for when January's over. Oh my goodness, January's almost over. I can't wrap my head around that now. All that's still coming. It's just been a hectic first month, if you know. You probably feel it. I feel like it's been hectic for everyone. Alright, so that is all for Thursday, and I will see you in like 2 hours for Friday's General Hospital. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you then. Bye!